Pranama from Adhyapana. As promised in the last week, today I have come up with a new topic, and the topic that I have chosen today is social commitment and the writer. Before deep diving into the topic, let us talk about a few generic things today and try to answer one important question. So let us begin with the question straight away. What is the purpose of literature? In my first video, that is video 1, I had discussed about what is literature today. And if you can recall, there is vast number of things that can be considered as literature today. It is not just the books of the past, it could be a movie, it could be lyrics of a song, or it could be a billboard or an advertisement that you watch. Everything falls under the umbrella of literature today. Therefore, literature has widened its horizon. Now, when so many things fall under the umbrella of literature, what is its purpose? I mean to say, what is the objective of literature? To answer this question, let us take up an example that you and I are exposed to day in and day out. All of us are exposed to this particular social media, that is movies. All of us would have watched at least one movie in our lifetime, isn't it? So the question is, what is the purpose of a movie? Is it only for entertainment purpose, only purely for entertaining others, or does it also carry a social message? Is the movie creating awareness in people? Why should movie be prepared, or why should movie be premiered? Why should movie be shown to people in the first place? Let us leave about the financial aspects of it to make money. We are talking about the objective or the purpose of making a movie and presenting it to people. Let us consider few examples to understand that better. Let us take the example of the movie Avatar. So Avatar is a very entertaining movie. Isn't there a message in that, a social message? Of course it has. It talks about the humans and the nature, how there has to be a bonding between humans and nature. Let us talk about a movie. I don't know how many of you would have watched this. Fir Milenge. This is a movie about HIV. So it creates awareness about HIV amongst people when we go and watch it. So, wasn't that movie entertaining? Wasn't there a storyline? Weren't there any songs, hero, heroine? Everything is there. With that, there is also a message that is passed on. Now, let us consider one more famous movie, Titanic, which is highly entertaining, a legendary movie, I can say. At the same time, there is a social message in it which talks about the class hierarchy, wherein the rich are in the top floor, wherein the poor or the working class are below. It talks about that social differences that were existing during that time. So, when we consider these three movies, be it Avatar or be it Titanic or Fir Milenge, these are just examples that I have taken. There are many movies that you can consider. All these are entertaining. At the same time, they also pass on a message. So, the point that I'm trying to make here is, if a movie can do that, if a movie can be entertaining, at the same time giving out information, at the same time passing on message, at the same time talking about social commitment or creating awareness, can't books do that? Movies also have writers, they have script, and then the same script is displayed to us in visuals. If it can happen through that, can't books also do the same? Can't books be entertaining? The best example for that is Harry Potter, a very entertaining book. Doesn't it have a message? Of course, it has. Therefore, today's topic, social commitment and the writer, deep dives into this particular arena, wherein we will talk about a writer. Should he be only socially committed, or should he or she write only for entertainment? With this, I would like to tell I have chosen one of the most interesting writers of all time. I'll tell the name a little bit later, and we are going to analyze a short story written by that particular writer. And this writer was one of the most controversial writers during his time. The reason being, he was being accused. He was also sent to jail not once, twice, or thrice, but 7 times for bringing in obscenity in his writings. But today, when we look back at his writings and analyze them closely, we understand that it is not obscenity. He was not an attention seeker. Instead, he was a socially committed writer. He was being socially realistic. So he wrote about the reality that was happening during his period, which was not acceptable during the same period. Instead, he was accused of bringing in obscenity. So the writer is Saadat Hasan Manto, who is an Indo-Pakistani writer, and most of his writings are set in the backdrop of post-partition. So, when I mention this time period, you can imagine there was nothing which was happy or shiny that was happening around him. It's all agony that was happening around him. Being a realistic writer, he wrote about the same pain, but he was wrongly accused for bringing in that agony in a obscenic level, especially in his depiction of women. Therefore, let us consider the same topic. How are women represented by Sadat Hasan Manto? And I'll take up a short story that is written by him. The name of the short story is 10 rupees, but then we will analyze this short story in coming week, and also we'll learn and get to know few more things about Sadat Hasan Manto in the coming week. Till then, take care, happy viewing. Thank you.